LanguageCert Achiever B1, Entry Level 3, International ESOL Speaking and Listening. My name's Angelina. Are you Shah Jahan, right?
Yes,
Thank you. Can you spell your family name for me, please?
it's Sahjahan.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh. I'm currently living in UK.
Speak aloud, please.
Oh, I'm from Bangladesh. I'm currently living in UK.
Thank you. Exam begins. Language Cert ESOL International Speaking and Listening Achiever Level B1. Now part 1. I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about playing games. What do you think about computer games?
I think computer game is good because you can play computer game from home rather than going out. So I think it's a good thing.
Right, let's talk about weather. How do you find out the weather forecast?
Well, I usually go to an app called Weather Forecast in my phone. I go there and search the day or time when I need to know the information about weather. So I go basically online and check it. Sometimes I use the app as well.
Tell me about your favorite website.
Well, my favorite website is www.google.com because there I can, it's a search engine where I can get lots of information, whatever I want. It's give me lots of option, lots of information. So yeah,
What do you mostly use the internet for?
I mostly use internet for for information, statistics, newspaper, communication, but I mostly use for communication, I would say.
All right, let's talk about buildings and rooms. What important buildings are there in your area?
Say again, please.
What important buildings are there in your area?
Well, there is some really old building in my areas and which was built maybe 200 years ago. So those building are important in my area. It is a church as well.
All right. What's your favorite room where you live and why?
Well, my favorite room is my living room. My room, I mean, because I feel always comfortable when in my room. I got my necessary stuff, my computer in my room, and my bed is so comfy. When I take rest, I feel so comfortable.
Thank you. Now, part 2. We are going to role play some situations. I want you to start or respond. First situation. I'm your boss. I start. So, Shah Jahan, is your presentation ready? I need to see it today.
Yes, it's almost ready. It's gonna be another 2 hours.
Almost ready? Okay, all right. See you in 2 hours.
Thank you.
Next situation. We are friends. We've agreed to go out tonight. I start. So, what are we going to do?
Well, we will go to the restaurant first, which I have booked, and I have already sent you the details through your WhatsApp. And we will have dinner together.
Sure, that sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, let's move to the next one. Second situation, I'm your waiter in a restaurant. There's a problem with your drink. You start.
Excuse me, I ordered Pepsi Max. You gave me Tango. Could you replace it for me, please?
Certainly, sir. Please wait a while.
No worries, take your time.
Thank you. Next
You're
situation,
welcome.
we are friends. We've arranged to go out together tonight, but you can't come. You start.
Hi, Sam. We're supposed to go out tonight, but car, my car, I can't, because my sister took my car, so I can't come.
Oh, that's sad, but we'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. I'll see you soon sometimes.
Thank you. Now, part three. In this part of the test, we're going to discuss something, all right? We want to
Mm-hmm.
start new hobby together, but we haven't decided what. Here are some ideas. Let's ask and answer questions to help us understand what to choose. I'll start.
Okay.
I'm very, very fond of painting. I am thinking we should go for the painting classes.
Uh, well, we could go, but I'm not good at painting that much. But I think we should go to guitar class because I'm really good at it, and I think you'll find it interesting too. What do you think?
That seems nice, but for that, I would have to cut my nails, and I'm not down for it. We can choose something else.
Okay, if you don't want this, then I have a camera where, and I know the photography very well, so I could teach you the photography, how to be a good photographer.
Well,
So
that sounds so interesting. I would love to learn some good photography from you. That's
okay,
nice.
thank
This
you.
is a good
Thank
option.
you.
Yeah.
And besides this, well, I think if you get some spare time, we should play some football, I know someone who is a football coach. He can show us some good skill of football, and I feel you can improve your football skills if we take coaching from him.
Oh, well, that's not all right because you know that I am not into sports. That would be boring for me. We can go for ballet classes. What do you suggest? Dance classes?
uh I'm not fond of dance, to be honest. Mm, I don't think I can make it because I never did dancing in my life. I had some opportunity to learn dancing, but I didn't show off my interest. And what's the
All
other
right,
one?
then we've
I
decided
think,
we're gonna go
yeah,
for guitar classes and even photography. We will do photography
yes.
together.
We'll do it, yeah.
All right, thank you. Now part 4B. You're going to talk on your own for 1.5 minutes. Your topic is things that have changed in your life and things you would like to change in the future. You will have 30 seconds to write some notes to help you. You're going to talk after 30 seconds. All right. Are you ready to talk?
Yes. Could you repeat the question, please, again?
You're going to talk about things that have changed in your life and things you would like to change in the future. Your time begins now.
Well, uh, one thing I want to talk about, which been changed my life a lot. So before I bought my car, I couldn't go to my work in time. All the time I was late, 5 minutes, 10 minutes late, because if I sometimes I miss my bus because the bus stop is 5 minutes walk, and sometimes I miss it. But when I bought my car, it changed my life a lot. I I became more independent, more flexible. Whenever I need to wherever I need to go, I can go in time. I don't need to wait for something. Wait for I don't have to wait for bus anymore because I have car. I'm more flexible, and it changed my life a lot. And another thing you said, I didn't got it, to be honest.
Things you would like to change about yourself in the future, things that have changed in your life. You could have talked about a couple of things that have changed in your life. Maybe it's the way you talk to your friends or the friends that you had, or maybe the house where you live, maybe the job that you had earlier, or maybe whatever. But things that you would like to change in the future. Maybe you want to change something about yourself, about your residence, about your future. What would it be?
Okay, well, I and things I can change it. I can change things I
Have
would like to.
changed, things that had changed in your life already. You told me
uh,
about that. Now tell me about things that you would like to change in the future.
I want to change my car.
Hmm.
Okay, so the car I got, this is a quite old model car, which was from 2012. But my favorite car is Audi Q3. So if I get chance to change any things in future, I will change my car because this is the Audi Q3 is my favorite car. So I would
Hmm.
say my car.
All right, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you some follow-up questions. How important is change for you?
Well, change is needed in everyone's life. We grow up from child to teenagers, it, and change happen every life, of our stage. So I would say it's really important for me and for everyone's life.
Do you think it is difficult to change habits and build new ones?
Yes, it is difficult. Because a habit is something which we do from long time, and if you want to make any change, it required lots of effort, patience. So I would say if someone is dedicated, then it's easy for them. But a change, making change is really, to be honest, depends.
Hmm. All right. Thank you so much. This is the end of the speaking test.
Hmm.
Listening test part 4A. I'll read something twice, listen carefully, and answer these questions. I'm going to tell you something about Hugo. My name's Hugo, and I live in Frankfurt. I'm a businessman and I travel a lot because of my job. I've visited most big European cities, but I'd really like to travel to a Greek island one day. I have friends who live in Greece and they always send me photos of their trips to the different islands. I'd like to rent a house on a beach, somewhere not very crowded. My friends tell me that the best time for this is in September, but I'm always busy then, so I think I'll have to do it in July. I'm not sure if there are museums or monuments to visit there, though I think I'd rather relax anyway, go swimming, lie on the beach to enjoy the sunshine, and then try the local food, especially fresh fish dishes. I think I'll just do the same things every day. Listening test part 4A. I'll read something twice, listen carefully, and answer these questions. I'm going to tell you something about Hugo. My name's Hugo, and I live in Frankfurt. I'm a businessman and I travel a lot because of my job. I've visited most big European cities, but I'd really like to travel to a Greek island one day. I have friends who live in Greece and they always send me photos of their trips to the different islands. I'd like to rent a house on a beach, somewhere not very crowded. My friends tell me that the best time for this is in September, but I'm always busy then, so I think I'll have to do it in July. I'm not sure if there are museums or monuments to visit there, though I think I'd rather relax anyway, go swimming, lie on the beach to enjoy the sunshine, and then try the local food, especially fresh fish dishes. I think I'll just do the same things every day.
Where would Hugo like to travel to?
You want to go to Greek,
Greek what?
uh, Greek, Greek island, maybe.
That's correct. According to Hugo's friends, when's the best time for the trip?
So he wanted to go to July, but his friend said to go there in September.
That's correct. What local dishes would Hugo like to try?
Fish.
Thank you. You have passed the listening test.